Hello class 6. Today we will continue with the chapter The Later Vedic Age, and this is the second video on the chapter. Today we will learn about the social life of the Aryans in the during the Later Vedic period. So far you know that the Later Vedic period, the period from 1000 BCE to 500 BCE is taken as the Later Vedic Age. During this time we find that certain changes took place in the life or in the social, political and economic life of the Aryans. Now they were living a settled life. They were practicing agriculture. Earlier also they were practicing agriculture, but now it became the main occupation of the people. They have started moving eastward from the Sapta Sindhu region where they had originally settled, and now they were settling down in western Uttar Pradesh and in the Ganga Yamuna Doab region, where the land was fertile, which was good for agriculture, and people were now living a settled life. And the information about the Later Vedic period we get from the Vedas, the three Vedas, the Vedic literature like that of the Brahmanas, the Brahmanas, the Aryanas, and the Upanishads, and also the Ramayana and Mahabharata. The Ramayana and Mahabharata were both composed in the Later Vedic period, and so the Later Vedic period is also known as the Epic Age. Along with that, we get some archaeological excavations also have taken place in parts of Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Rajasthan. All these information or all these sources tell us about the life of the people during the Later Vedic Age. This period is also known as second urbanization. Why? Because now as the people were now living a certain life, towns and cities were developing, and so it is known as second urbanization. The first urbanization took place during the Harappan civilization. And now we will concentrate on the social life. First we will learn about the family. Now in the early Vedic age we had seen that family was patriarchal. In the Later Vedic age also the family became more and more patriarchal. People desired the birth of a son. That means the son was considered to be a very important part of the family, so people wanted the birth of a son. The head of the family enjoyed the right to disinherit his son. What does that mean? The head of the family was the male member. Now he had the right to disinherit his son. What does it mean? It means that he had the right to prevent his son or daughter from receiving his money or wealth. Whatever he had, whatever wealth he had, if he didn't want to give it to his son or daughter, he could do that. This was also there during the Later Vedic period. We find that male ancestors were worshipped. The society, so we see, it was patriarchal in the early Vedic age. Now it has become more patriarchal because people now want the birth of a son. Male ancestors were worshipped. Male members were the head of the family. In comparison with this, we find that the position of the women declined in the society. During the early Vedic age, women enjoyed a very important place in the society. They were treated equally, they were given education, we have the women scholars also. But now during the Later Vedic period, we find that the position of women declined. They were not allowed to participate in the assemblies. Earlier, in the early Vedic age, they could participate in the assemblies. Now they were not allowed. Women were regarded inferior to men. Earlier they were treated equally with men. Now they are considered as inferior to men. Their primary duty was to take care of their families. Now it is being believed that the primary duty or the main duty of the woman was to take care of her family. Widow remarriage was no longer encouraged. Women, however, were allowed to participate in religious ceremonies. Though they were allowed to participate in religious ceremonies, we find that there had been a change in her position in the society. Widow remarriage was not encouraged. It was considered that women were inferior to men. They were not allowed to participate in the assemblies, and it was believed that the primary or the main duty of the woman was to look after their families. So this was the change that we noticed in the family life of the Aryans. Another thing that another significant feature of the change we can see in the early Later Vedic period was the development of the 4 ashrams. Now what was this? Towards the end of the Later Vedic period, we find that the life of the people was divided into 4 stages, which was known as the 4 ashramas. What were the 4 ashramas? The Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. That is, the first stage of life is the Brahmacharya. What happened during this time? Men received education, they were given education. How they got education? By studying the Vedas. The second stage of a person's life was the Grihastha, when he was supposed to marry and lead a family life. This was the second stage of the life. The third stage of the life was that man had to spend his life as a hermit in meditation. That is, after spending his life as a family man, after looking after his family, now during the Vanaprastha stage, he was to live life like an hermit and he has to meditate. The last stage of the life was the sannyasa. That is, he renounces worldly ties, he renounces or gives up everything related to the world, his worldly things. He is no more attracted towards it, and his main aim in life now was to get salvation. So these 4 stages, this division of the life into 4 stages or 4 ashramas developed during the later Vedic age, towards the end of the later Vedic age, and this is considered to be an important feature of the later Vedic period. So what we have seen that not only in the early Vedic, in the later Vedic age, people had started practicing different occupation. That is, agriculture was now the main occupation. They had started steadily in the Doab region, which was more fertile. Towns and cities were coming up, big kingdoms were coming up. But at the same time, we find that the social life of society had also undergone changes. What are the changes that we generally notice that in the later Vedic age? That is, the society got patriarchal. It was earlier also patriarchal, now also it is patriarchal, but it was becoming more prominent, more and more patriarchal in nature. People wanted the birth of a son. Male ancestors were worshipped. The male members could disinherit his son or daughter. That is, if he didn't want, then he would not give his property or money to his son or daughter. And we find that there has been a gradual decline in the position of women in the society. If we compare the position of women in the early and the later Vedic age, we find that in the early Vedic age, women were treated equally with men. In the later Vedic age, women were considered inferior to men. In the early Vedic age, women were allowed to participate in the assemblies that acted as a check on the power of the king or the Rajan. In the later Vedic age, we find that women were no longer allowed to participate in the assemblies. Women were given education in the early Vedic age. There were women scholars. Now in the later Vedic age, we find that people believed that the main duty or the primary duty of the woman was to look after her family. And we see that during the early Vedic age, widow remarriage was encouraged or it was practiced. But in the later Vedic age, by the time we come to the later Vedic age, we find that widow remarriage was no longer encouraged in the society. But like the early Vedic age, women were still allowed to participate in the religious festivals. But overall, we find that there has been a decline in the position of women. And at the same time, the Aryan's life was now divided into 4 stages. That is the Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. That is, that entire life of a person has been divided in that according to the work that he should do. During the Brahmacharya period, he will get education by reading the Vedas. The second stage, that is the Grihastha, when he will marry and he will lead a family life. In the third stage, Vanaprastha, now he would live the life of a hermit in meditation, and Sannyasa is the last stage of life when he will aim for salvation. So these 4 ashramas also developed during the later Vedic age. So for today we came up to this much. In our next video we will take up the next portion of the chapter.